Just recently at the Tales of convention in Japan, a lot of Berseria remastered info was shown, but it was unsurprisingly announced that a new mainline Tales game was in development. Nothing else was told about it, but that leads to a lot of speculation which can be done by YouTubers like me to what the game could be and what new features can be shown, or what the game could have in general maybe, in a lot of different aspects. I decided to go over some of the basic features I would like to see, and not see as well, in Tales 2018-2019, since I'm guessing that's going to be the release window. For the sake of simplicity, as seen in the Australian trademark by Bandai Namco, I'm just going to be calling it Tales of Enterteria. A longer story or cutscenes with more voice acting would probably be my first two choices. I don't think they can do both, because that would be a lot of work to be done. So, and I know they'll have the resources, because I think this is going to be their biggest Tales game yet. It's most likely coming to the Switch, and maybe the Xbox, since we have Vesperia coming to the Xbox as well. They might start putting Tales games to the Xbox. We'll have to see, but I don't think they'll do both voice acting and a long story. So I think either of those two I'd be perfectly fine with. I think the Berseria, for example, they have very good voice acting. I love the voice acting in the game. All their characters are spot on, and even the story is amazing as well. It's not perfect. No game is perfect, but I think if they went a Berseria route with a really strong story, they could have a really great game and flesh out some of the later game characters, so they can be a little bit more likable, where you can see their story a little bit more. And that's debatable. It depends on how you like your game. They might not include any late game story. Late game characters. Have it be a multi-platform game. I think it's amazing how the Vesperia remaster is going to be on the Xbox again after a 10-year absence, and how Xbox hasn't had a Tales game since Vesperia. So I think this is going to be a really good way to have all Tales games from now on be multi-platform. Maybe not every single Tales game, but their big ones like this one should be multi-platform. People are saying that it also might be coming to the Nintendo Switch, so that'd be very good if this upcoming Tales game, Tales of Entertainment, will be coming to the Switch, Xbox, PS4, PC, and maybe Mac. I don't know. We've seen a couple of new Mac games coming out here and there, but for now, I would love to see it be a multi-platform game instead of just on PlayStation. Please do not exploit the ever-living crap out of this game with pointless microtransactions and DLC costumes that cost way too much. That's a lot coming from Bandai Namco, and that's really all I have to say about this topic, especially in the current climate of the gaming industry. Finally, I would like to say more inclination to play the post-game. I don't know about you guys, but I love Tales, but I don't really have a reason whenever I see the end credits roll to play the game again. Except for when it's been a long time and I really want to play it again, of course. But I think it should have an end game. It should have an after game. Well, of course it's going to have an end game, sorry, but it should have an after game. And an after story like Zestiria, where you had Alicia's story as a DLC. Maybe not as DLC this time. Maybe you can make a DLC, but I would love to be in the game as well. Maybe you can round off some story arcs that the player couldn't finish. But in general, I would love to see more after story. This can be a little bit tricky depending on how Bandai Namco wants to take the story. If it ends like Berseria, I won't say anything, but if it ends like Berseria, then I can see why they won't want to put an after story. But if it's just a simple ending like Zestiria, then they should definitely have an after story built into the game. Thanks you guys for watching. This was the very first episode of what I'm going to be starting called Tales Tuesdays, where maybe not every Tuesday, I might have a topic for every Tuesday, but on Tuesdays, not only Tuesdays, but Tuesdays, every time I upload on Tuesday, it will be dedicated to Tales. So Tales of series in general, whether it be spin-offs or the main series, but I love the Tales series, so I want to dedicate a whole day to it on my channel, and maybe sometime in the future I'll be able to dedicate more days to other games. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Oh, and one more thing I would love to see in the new Tales games. for 2018/2019, the new Tales game coming out, the big one you're gonna make. Yeah, please don't call it Enterteria. Please, that name sucks. I hate it. It's too many syllables. Please don't make that the name of the game. Oh my gosh. Ugh.